Welcome to Backyard Bash 2018. I'm Mikela, and we're here with Armarock. You just got done with a great set.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're just going to learn a little bit more. But how did you first get started with the rap?
Oh boy, I listened to rap when I was a really little kid, especially when I was around my two uncles and my aunts, and when they were living with my grandma in St. Paul, they would play nothing but rap music and have MTV on and BET on, just playing music videos. So that's how I got exposed. However, I did not want to rap when I was like, I don't know, when they first played it around me when I was like 4. When I was like 12 years old, that's when I made the decision to rap, because I really got into it during elementary school, going into middle school.
Yeah. So, 12 years old. When did you start performing and recording?
I do not remember my first show. That would have to be. It was for anybody who went to middle school. Anybody who's watching this who went to middle school with me, which was Falcon Ridge Middle School. I did a break dance. I sort of wasn't really that good at it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I wanted to do a break dance in front of my peers in the 6th grade, and that was to a little Bow Wow song, "Bounce with Me." All I want to do is see you bounce with me, bounce with me. And people liked it, people hated on it, but whatever. And then I moved on. It was really, and you know what? It was really the summer before, so in between 5th and 6th grade. I was watching, it was after watching the movie, you'd think it'd be 8 Mile, but I was watching Malibu's Most Wanted. the most least expected movie you would get inspiration out of becoming a rapper.
Right.
So that's really, I wanted to become a rapper because this movie was portraying some insane young adult, some lost young adult, from a suburb, and I'm like, hey, I'm from Apple Valley. That's a suburb too, but I grew up in the Cedar Knolls Trailer Park, and it was growing up around there. It's kind of hood, if you will, but I decided to do it, so I did it. I think I wrote it on a napkin. I don't remember my first rap, however. Anyway.
Right, so a 6th grade talent show to Bell. It's a great start. Yeah, and since then you have 3 EPs, you said? Out?
Since then, those EPs came out. The first one was right after I graduated high school. However, that was a year after, so I graduated 2011. So July 2012. So about, if my math is right, 6 years ago. 2012, I dropped my first EP, which is No Excuses. And then 2014 rolls around. I think it's my second EP, The Fuel of Motivation. And last but not least, not going to be the last, yours truly. There's another EP on Bandcamp that I dropped in the summer of 2015.
Okay. And are you working on any new projects currently?
Right now, I do have on Bandcamp, not Bandcamp, datpiff.com and spinrilla.com. I have a mixtape called Here Comes the Storm, and I will also be releasing that. I will also be giving out physical copies pretty soon here. So Here Comes the Storm, that came out back in 2016. Right now, however, I am working on releasing a new EP called In This Lifetime.
All right, we're excited for that.
It's going to be about 6 to 7 tracks. Probably 6 tracks. We'll see.
Okay. And where does the inspiration for your lyrics come from?
Oh boy, watching a couple other my peers rapping and busting flows, and my upbringing really to really nitpick it. My upbringing, or in a nutshell, is when I was younger, my parents unfortunately divorced when I was about 4 or 5. So I grew up not really having a physical relationship with my father. It had always been through the phone. He ended up moving out of town, and so he ended up moving out of town, and that just made me want to be somebody, if that makes sense. What I really should have led with was growing up. I've always wanted to be somebody so influential. I've always wanted to be somebody with character, somebody some little kid could look up to. And I mean, I'm sort of doing that right now. I'm a youth leader currently, or I've always been involved in youth ministry. Shout out Emmanuel Youth, love you guys. And another thing is just Minnesota. In the 6th grade, it occurred to me that Minnesota doesn't really have any famous rappers. There are local rappers, however. Thank you so much. Not sure if I want to be famous, but if it happens, it'll happen. You know, but man, like I said, with Minnesota not having much of a bigger major scene in rap, it's underground, it's independent, it's going somewhere else. I wanted to be a part of that movement. I wanted to be a part of that culture. So that's where my inspiration from rap comes from. And like I said, my upbringing, the struggle is beautiful. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Well, thank you. Now we get to the fun part of the interview. Like I told you earlier, we're going to do some rapid fire questions. So just the first thing that comes to your mind. And let's see. If you were a new addition to a crayon box, what color would you be?
Yellow.
Yellow, that's my favorite color. So good job.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Hot Pockets or Pizza Rolls?
Pizza Rolls.
Favorite fruit?
Star fruit.
Star fruit.
Star
Wars. Star fruit. All right, final question. Favorite color?
Oh my goodness. Right now, my favorite color is red.
It's a little bit of a joke because earlier during a set, he's randomly in the middle of his tracks. He's like, I just want to let you all know, I don't have a favorite color.
Fun fact, I really don't have a favorite color, so that's why I just put red like that.
All right, so let's share with everybody if we want to follow you on social media, find your music, where can we do that?
Right, sure thing. Oh, bonus answer, if you will, just going back to the inspiration from being a rapper. It just slipped my mind after I got finished. But anyway, there's not many rappers who are Asian or who comes from the Asian background. Especially, you know, with me being Cambodian, I wanted to be a part of that movement too. So that's just another thing. However, and with no further ado, my Instagram is Armarock Adventure. That is ARMAROCK Adventure, just as is. Armarock Adventure. Twitter is Armarock92, even though I hardly go on there. And then you can look up Armarock on Facebook. However, you can look up Armarock on Facebook and click the like button, please. Even though my site is a little under construction, but the best thing to do is follow me on Instagram. All right.
Well, thank you, Armarock. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for interviewing me. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Nadines for putting this on once again. Thank you.